Good morning, YouTubers. My fancy smancy Nuts for Jericho top. Nuts for Jericho, if you remember, was that show on TV about the survivalists. Everybody had to send nuts to CBS and tell them to continue the show, which they did. It was a fun cause, and we won, and we got more Jericho, and I got a t-shirt. Okay, this is the I also got a coffee mug, but I'm not using it this morning. Anyway, this is the reply to the video where I was tagged 4 truths, 1 lie. The 4 statements that I made were, I used to run an alternative language acquisition program workshop for DES. The second one was, I have my black belt in karate. The third one was, I have a genius level IQ. The fourth one was, I once shot a dog to put it down. And the last one was, I used to run survival outings for women. There's a couple of questions about some of the statements, and I hope I clarified those. One friend said, did you used to run the survival outings for women and men? And that kind of qualified. And I said, no, I didn't qualify things like that. It was either yes or no on that one. So, okay, let's go on. I went through and I tallied up the votes and input from people that have seen the video. And I had 2 votes for DES, that I used to run alternative language acquisition for workshops for DES. 2 people thought that was a lie. I had no votes for the black belt, thinking that was a lie, so everybody thought that was the truth. Thanks, guys. Oh, I know I'm not that good of a shape anymore, even if I was. But number 3 was, I have a genius level IQ, and I had 2 people that thought that was a lie. Some people thought I was smart, but not that smart, and they could be right. The 4th one was that I once shot a dog to put it down, and there was some discussion back and forth. Gee, you love your dogs. Did you shoot your dogs because you don't care about dogs? You knew that wasn't it. Did you shoot them because you didn't want to have them in pain? And maybe you would do that because you do care enough about them that you don't want to have them continued in pain. I got 2 votes that was a lie, though. And the last one was, I used to run survival outings for women, and I had 1 person thought that was a lie. Okay, boy, this was fun, and I hope I get tagged again, because that was a lot of fun. I did tag 5 other people, so I'm hoping they put up their videos. But starting at the top, I used to run alternative language acquisition workshops for DES. Actually, that's true. I worked for Division of Economic Security for 10 years, and we worked with multi-handicapped individuals who had no verbal skills, or very little verbal skills. So the alternative language acquisition classes that I offered was for 2 districts in the state of Arizona, and it trained parents and the clients, the handicapped adults, in using sign language for their main language, since they couldn't verbalize, and also language boards for those who couldn't verbalize or had poor manipulation of their fine motor skills. We offered language boards so they could point to things on the board if they wanted to drink or go to the bathroom or whatever, however they wanted to manipulate their board, because they actually decided for the most part what was on the board that they wanted to express by using the board. That was a fun job and very rewarding job. It was also a very tough job. The average turnover in that position was a year, and I was there for 10 years. So I just really loved the population. I had people I really liked there. And I learned new things just about every day, because I assisted 5 other therapists like physical therapy, occupational therapy. I did audiological testing with the audiologist. It was a lot of fun, but then it just, I mean, after 10 years, enough's enough. Okay, number 2 was I have a black belt in karate. That was the lie. Even though nobody voted for it, that it was a lie. That was a lie. I have studied karate. I studied it for 10 years of different styles. I studied Kempo karate, and I got through my green belt under one instructor. And I was studying on my first brown belt, and then I just got tired of hitting and smacking people. So I decided to go ahead and study healing arts like herbs and things. And then I studied a little Aikido, but I got tired of the rolling. They have a good handle on body and motion, though, and you in conjunction with other physical things in space, so you can go right by them without touching and things like that, and how to carry the weight of other people without hurting yourself and whatnot. But anyway, so that was the lie. I do not have a black belt. Almost. I was 3 belts away from getting a black belt. I needed to get my 3 browns, and then I would have gotten a black, but that was the lie. Number 3, I have a genius level IQ. Yeah. So what? If you can't do anything with it, what does it matter? Number 4, I shot a dog to put it down. That's true. As sad to say, but I was driving down the road one day. These 2 dogs ran out in front of my car, and there was a dog directly to the left headlight and directly to the right headlight, and I either had to take out both dogs or take out one. So I veered to the right and I took out one dog, because there's no way to brake and not hit them. So I stopped, of course, being the responsible person that I am, and grabbed the one that was running free and went and looked around and for an open gate, and there it was right there. Went in and knocked on the side of the mobile home. I said, "Is this your dog?" And she goes, "Oh, yes, it is. Where's the other one?" And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, but it's in the road right now." I said, "They both dashed out in front of my truck, and I hit one." And what happened, her husband had left the gate open and the dogs had run out and were playing, and she was so devastated. And the dog's eyes were fluttering like this when there's brain damage. And I said, you know, if the dog does come conscious, he's going to have broken bones, probably internal damage. It's going to be in a lot of pain. I said, it's up to you. We can either put the dog down now, or we can wait and take it to the vet, or you tell me what you want to do. And she just started crying, covered her eyes, and she shook her head yes to the idea of putting the dog down now. So I got out my .357 wheel gun, and I put a bullet through the side of the dog's head and through the back to the front, which was more than sufficient. And of course the dog died immediately. So yeah, I have shot a dog to put it down. Number 5 was I used to run survival outings for women. That's true. For about, I'd say, 3-4 years, I think it was. I was sort of freelanced on survival for women, and I had met a lot of nice gals and who tested themselves out in the wilderness. Some of them didn't even know how to build a campfire, and most of the ones that went out there said they would never do it again, but they were sure glad they did it once, because it was tough, but also they proved to themselves that they could do things that they didn't think they could do. And to me, that was worth it. So there you go, guys. There's the 5s, 4 truth, 1 lie. Have a great day.